Okay, this is video number 2 of a little discussion here. While Tucker Carlson was interviewing Putin to get Ukraine and Israel atrocities out of the news, a lot of things have been going on in the background. The same Israel is threatening all the African countries. I mean, they're doubling down now. And as a matter of fact, they're going after South Africa individually to begin with. And the AU is splintering because these old men running the organization have been taking money from Israel for years. Israel, France, whoever, will line their pockets. So Israel has a hold on them. And except for South Africa, who says, you know, you're an apartheid state, Israel will be able to be inside the house. The AU headquarters controlling it from the inside instead of trying to control it from the outside. Funny thing is that you got all these, with all these events going on around the world, there's these people now who still believe, you know, that they're going to get saved. All they have to do is go to church every day or go to whatever religion they want to. They're going to get saved from the events that are going to happen. Okay. This Maloney thing. African leaders been complaining, you know, we're not getting enough help from this person or that person, all Caucasian people. And Europe seeing that the EU actually, EU leadership, not the European people, seeing that Africans are hesitant to support them in Ukraine and that they're losing Africa the resources that they lost, the resources they used to get from Russia, and now they're losing the resources coming out of Africa. So now they come up with a plan to deceive the current band of selected that they selected to be heads of state in Africa. And Maloney, well, before Maloney did it, Germany did, Russia did, the Dutch pretending that they're apologizing, the Belgians pretending to apologize did. But you notice their apologies didn't include I mean, they didn't return any of the loot that they stole. And they didn't repair the damage that they did. The same genocide that Israel perpetuated against the Palestinians were perpetuated by all these nations of Europe. All of them, including Italy. Even Ukraine got into the act. They had soldiers in Africa. Many of you don't know it. Burkina Faso, and Mali, and Niger. I don't talk about the Congo because if Africans don't know about the Congo and who was stealing between the Indians and the Japanese and Israelis blatantly just stealing everything they put their hands on, using UN forces. Anyway, Italy wants to be seen as a friend. And the first thing they do is criticize France. Because France, everybody was jumping on France's case for being a criminal in Africa. So they too come in and pretended that, Maloney pretended she was criticizing France. But if you look at it carefully, she's just following the EU mandate. EU came in and promised Africa that they would give a few billion to fix the garden so that they can come and take it after the war. I hope you guys are seeing that's what's happening. But Italy, that's their part of the money that was pledged by the EU. And African leaders are blind to it. Those who can see it want the money in their pocket, so they ignore it. This is not, it has very little to do with what they claim it has to do with immigration. Nope. We coming to Africa. We're coming back to colonize Africa. And over the last 2 years, African leaders have done nothing to improve Africa. The corruption, borders, border crossings, and all that should have stopped. If you rob people of the little money that they make going across the border to sell, buy and sell, you keep these people starved. You might have it on paper that, oh yeah, we have this organization like ECOWAS, or we have one in the east, one in the west, one in the south. Yeah, walking up and down and saying for development. No, you're not. We are for democracy. Yeah, democracy, yes. That one, I believe. But you don't understand what democracy is. You've been told to say that. But you don't understand democracy at all. You want to see democracy at work? Watch what's going on in Senegal right now. That is democracy. Macky Sall is using democracy just because he doesn't wear a military uniform doesn't mean it's not a coup d'etat. As my dear friend from Nigeria called it, coup. And he is silent now. There will be no more coups in Africa. He is silent. Nigerians kept this man in power. Let him stay. This, anyway, this is not about him. Silent democracy. People don't understand it. But anyway, Italy is being part of the European plan. And the European plan is always to subjugate Africa. Maloney is not doing us any favors. She's not going against the EU. She's talking about what France did because everybody knows it and everybody is talking about it. But she's going along with the plan. She even told you what they want from Africa. Serious. She even told you in her speech about what they want from Africa, what the plan Italy has for Africa. They're not coming in to benefit Africa, they're coming to benefit Italy and the EU. The economies are falling apart. If you look at what happened to Germany, Germany has been deindustrialized. Petrochemicals are the only thing left, and they're trying to get the farmers off the farm so that they can control farming. Once you control food, Europeans have to follow everything you do. And the Europeans, they will go along with it. They always have. Those are the soldiers that came to Africa, committed all the genocide. You think they forgot and they won't do it again? If they allow Israel to do it blatantly, what do you think they're going to do to you, Africa? What do you think they're going to, if they do it in Ukraine? What do you think they're going to do to Africa? You gotta pay attention to what's going on. Then NATO and Italy began supporting NATO. NATO, EU, and Italy began supporting Ukraine. Africans weren't paying attention. But if, like I said, what they did in Ukraine, you pay attention to it, just think. They're going to do the same thing to Africa again. But she want to convince Africa that Italy is a change. We a changed people. We don't want to support Africa. We want to be your friend. And Africa forgot that Italy joined the sanctions against Zimbabwe. They joined the sanctions against every country with a black population. Destroyed Haiti. You didn't tell France and the EU to stop destroying Haiti. You think 2063 was an African idea? It came from Europe. You gotta pay attention to these things. All your leaders take their marching orders from the same people who are throwing those few dollars around compared to what they give Ukraine in 1 month. 5 billion. And you think all of you jump on a bus to go bow down before Meloni. Young people of Africa, you have to change this way of life, this way of thinking. Otherwise, your children and your children's children for the next 400 years, 500 now, just like our forefathers, my forefathers, and other forefathers, diasporans, we still haven't recovered from what was done to us. You gonna go through the same process, but not like us. Starving, unhealthy, dying young. Population average age of Africans 25 years old. You think that's accidental? That's because you didn't develop your healthcare, infrastructure, clean water, good electrical power, and clean surroundings, food. Can't feed yourself, somebody will kill you. That's why the EU can call you, that's why Dr. Klaus can call you useless eaters. 2/3. The plan is for 2/3 of Africans to die. Young people of Africa, you better join forces all over Africa and change the direction. It's going to be tough in some circumstances, but the events that are happening now, it's going to give you opportunity to do it. If you don't do it now, it's going to be even more difficult later. Have a great day wherever you are. Peace.